Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. So for this video, I'm going to do like speaking templates for your assignment. This is just a guidelines, maybe going to help you. It doesn't mean to be mandatory or a must because it depends on your team preference and your lecture preference. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to go to the speaker's role first. So we going to have like 5 speaker. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Everyone going to have the same role, but the first speaker going to do the introduction, and the fifth speaker going to do as well do the conclusion. Okay, the first speaker also need to do the final decision of the best solution. Okay. So now, the first speaker going to do the introduction, and we are moving to the first round. The first round is to express points only. Okay, and next we're going to go to the second round, and the second round is to debate, rebuttal, and agreement. Okay, we need to make it balanced. But it depends on the style of lecturer. Some lecturer want it to be like more hot, so you do more disagreement. But some lecturer want it to be balanced. But please, like, don't do agreement only. Like, there is no agreement at all. I mean, like, if you do the agreement only, it's not a discussion because discussion need to disagree and agree. So you need to do both disagreement and agreement. You cannot like disagree only. You cannot like agree only. It need to be kind of balanced. And but if you do like agreement only, it's going to be so boring. Like, doesn't seem so hot the discussion. And the round 3, okay, these two is just the same, but the difference is that the last speaker of the round, speaker 1, going to do the agreement, which is final decision of the best solution. Okay. And then the round 4 is the agreement only. So agreement is that don't disagree. You need to agree with the decision that is stated by the last speaker of the third round, which is speaker 1. Okay. So you do the agreement only. Like, I agree to your point because of I elaborate a bit. So that's why time provided, not provided, but time suggested is like half a minute. So this time at the at the end of it is just to ensure that no one talk too much to a level that they're going to carry a lot of time away. And averagely our discussion around 24 minutes, and so this time over here, like 2 minutes, 1.5 minutes, is only suggestion. It can be more. Oh, and for this one, sometimes we do up to 2 minutes, but because this part sometimes it's not even like 1 minute, sometimes going to be below than that. Okay, so it's up to you, but this time over here just suggestion, so that our discussion are not above the limit, above the time provided, which is 25 minutes, and therefore we want to make sure that we are not talking too less. I mean, like, the discussion does not end too soon. Okay, now I'm going to move to the so I'm going to move to the introduction a bit, like a small touch. So first, I'm going to use to do greeting, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and very good morning to the members of the group and the panel. And then usually I'm going to give the issue. What is the issue of the problem? Okay. Next, I'm going to state the problem. Okay. I'm going to state the problem of the issue. Let's say like the issue like children are playing too much game online. So what happened? What is the problem when children are playing too much games online? And the fourth, I'm going to restate the question. Okay, so what is the questions? And I'm going to clarify the question in my own words. And I'm going to do this one. Like, the objective of our discussion. We want to explore our task, what we are talking about, and then identify the best solution. Okay, this one is the fourth. And then the fifth, I'm going to provide the importance of our discussion. Like, why our discussion is important. We do discussion, but we need to know the importance of our discussion. Why it is important for us to discuss how to prevent children from playing too much game online. What is the importance? So usually the importance is going to be the opposite from the problem. I mean, like, let's say like the problem, children's going to have slow development of brain. So the importance of to overcome the issue and the impact, the negative impact that going to be received by children's. Okay. So the importance of discussion. So this is 5 elements you need to have. First is greeting. Second is issue. Third is problem. Fourth is restate the question. And 5 is the importance of the discussion. Okay, for these two, please change the position. Okay, and sometimes for the issue and the problem, I fuse both in the STEM elements. Simply mean I'm going to give the issue and directly give the problem. What if this continue? Okay, let's say recently, recently online, recently on social media, we have received a lot of concerning, a lot of issue regarding children are playing handphone too much online, and it's very concerning for parents, educators, and community. This is because when children are playing too much games online, they're going to receive a lot of negative impact. For example, they're going to have slow development of brain, they're going to be unhealthy, and so on. So simply mean, if you listen carefully, I fuse the issue and the problem in a same elements. It depends. Some person going to separate that, but some person going to fuse. As for me, I'm usually fuse because it is more easy for me. Okay, and then transition to the next speaker. And transition to begin our discussion, I will now pass our discussion to the second speaker. This one, don't say second speaker. Mention the name. Let's say your friend, her name is Anis. I'm going to pass our discussion to Anis, okay, or Aisha, or Fikri, or Fakiha. Okay, well, actually, all the names is my team members' name. So, okay, this one example, but actually this example, not really follow the one I provide above, because there's like the gist there, but there's like different susunan lah. So good morning everyone first, and then okay, this one is the issue. This one supposed to be after the greeting, and then the problem also here. Where's the problem? The primary problem. So this is the problem, the third, and then what we're going to discuss today, and then this is the fourth, and next. Okay. So this one is the importance. Why it is important? Okay, so this one is for introduction. Okay, now moving to the agenda. Okay, so introduction is done. So I'm going to go to the first round. So for the first round, we're going to express the points only. I mean, like, don't agreement or disagreement yet. Just express your points. But let's say that your points is similar to other speakers, then you reinforce their point with your perspective. Reinforce their point with different perspective. Okay, so after the first speaker finish the introduction, so the next speaker, the second speaker, going to take over. Okay, and then we are going to move down the group, and then the speaker one going to be the last for the first round. So for this one, we're going to give our point, which is follow the TEEEL. Okay, so now this one is the TEEL. Okay, as for my team, we need to provide two solutions. So as for me, I'm going to do like, to address this issue, I will present two practical solutions. I will mention two practical solutions that can effectively solve the issue, that can effectively curb the issue regarding children are playing too much game. Okay. Then usually I'm going to address directly the mechanism. So my two mechanism is what and then what. Okay. Usually I'm going to address directly my mechanism, two mechanism. Then I'm going to go like, okay, for the first mechanism is, okay, what is the solutions? And then elaboration. Okay, why the solution work? Elaboration to the topic. And then explanation. Describe how address the problem. Describe how it address the problem or its benefit. Simply mean it's like elaborate again the elaboration. Simply mean the explanation, you need to elaborate the main reason. And then the example. The example usually I'm give statistic or real life example. For example, research have stated that student that parents who apply parental control on their children's phone are prominently for their children to not playing too much games online. Okay, I'm sorry, the grammar is laws and I this is just example, okay? Make it better, make it in a better, refresh my sentences, okay? So then the concluding sentences. So basically this is the T, E, elaboration, explanation, which is elaboration to the reason, example, and then conclusion. Conclusion, L is the linkers or conclusion. So therefore, this solution is practical and achievable way to restate your problem and the solutions. So simply mean the conclusion is that this just like small concluding only. Okay, so this is like the example to address the issue of reducing children overuse of gadgets. I will present two practical solutions that can effectively curb the problem. The first solution is for parents to enforce parental control on digital device. This approach is effective because it allows parents to limit screen time and restrict access to harmful content. By implementing parental control, students can engage in healthier activities while reducing their reliance on gadget. For instance, research by the American Academy of Pediatrics shows that children with screen time limits perform better academically and socially. Therefore, parental control provide a direct and manageable way to address the issue and the gadget overuse. So this one is the conclusion. Okay, so this one of the example. But trust me, when you in the actual discussion, I believe you not going to mention by the American Academy of Pediatrics and so whatever. I mean, like, you doesn't even know. So just say, for instance, research have stated that is okay. Okay, and then I'm going to, okay, the second solution is just the same as previously I said. Okay, so moving to the second, but after you finish, you make the transition to the next speaker, okay? And then like another effective solution or my second solution is to promote family bonding activities. This is important because it encourage and blah, 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 blah. So as a result, promoting family bonding. So this is the conclusion. As a result, promoting family bonding activities offer a sustainable solution to the problem of excessive gadget use. So that's the conclusion. And then this one is the transition to the next speaker. With this solution in mind, I will now pass the floor like a debate, the floor, okay? I will now pass the discussion to the next speaker. Don't say next speaker, just say, I will now pass the discussion to Anis, to Fakihah, to Aisha, to your members of the team, okay? So now there's the TEEL, okay? So now I have done talking about round 1. Okay, so let's talk about round 2. Okay, so for round 2, I have no specific templates. It's just like randomly. But we have like assigned who's going to talk after this. And even my team going to sit in very teratur lah, keadaan yang teratur. I mean like this way. I mean like in a round. I mean like it doesn't like this one is the first, second, third, fourth. No. We're going to speak properly. This one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that we are concerned after the next speaker finish, then the next speaker talk. But maybe I think the position depends. Okay, the position depends. Doesn't necessarily mean to be this way. Okay, now moving to the round 2 and round 3. So disagreement and agreement. So basically, you need to disagree and agree. Why I disagree with you? Why I agree with your point? And then you can defend your point. Okay, let's say your point being attacked. Like, someone attack your point that they disagree. Your point is not practical. You can defend your point. Like, against them, disagree with them. So then you can do like wagging. I mean, like sometimes not every solution is 100% right. There's pro and cons. You can do the wagging over there. Like my solution is better than your solution because of blah 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 blah. Even though my solution like blah 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 blah, but it's still blah 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 blah. So depends. Do the wagging, okay? So round 3 is just the same. But the difference is that the last speaker of the round going to do the final weighing and the massive one, and then they're going to choose the best solution, and then going to express your stance. It depends. The stance doesn't mean necessarily important, but if you want, then you can add on. So let's say, okay, so like this one. So this is the third round. So speaker 1 and agreement. Okay, so over here, wait, I'm going to like remove. We're going to do the round that is same. Why are we going to do the round instead of a single round that is longer? Because we want to make it look more intense. I mean, like, it's like a bit weird if you do the, if you debate, rebuttal, disagree, agreement, and suddenly at the end of this, you do the conclusion, like, not conclusion, like, I believe that this is the best and so blah blah blah, or conclusion. Like, bro, 2 rounds only. Like, why? That doesn't sound like discussion. So that's why we do 2 rounds for debate and rebuttal. Not debate and rebuttal, agree and disagreement. Okay? Okay, so now I'm going to go to this one, like how. Okay, so this is my part. Okay. So thank you for everyone inside. Okay, after listening to a variety of points of view throughout the discussion, I believe that the solution given by who give the solution is the best and most practical solution due to why it is the best and most practical solution. Okay, as compared to other solution, okay, so you do weighing, like her solution is this, but this. Her solution is this. Okay, let's say like your solution have its own problem. You can say that even though this solution like have a problem, like so whatever and blah blah blah, but this solution actually no. You need to make your solution, the solution that is you choose, like a bit appear like why it is the best. Then you can end your part like simply, I firmly propose and support this solution under the stance. The stance is basically like it's very like debate, but under the stance like why you think the solution is the best. Maybe you can say that under the stance that this solution provide the most practical ways amongst the other solution. However, I would like to hear other speakers' perception of which one is the best solution throughout our discussion. Okay, this one is just like invitation. But at the end, they're all going to agree so that our discussion is not going to continue longer. Okay? And please, whoever going to decide the best solution, please consider everyone's points of view. Don't just take your solution. But let's say your solution is the best, then that's fine. But if you may, please consider everyone's points of view, everyone's solutions, and if you find that others' member solution is the best, then maybe you should pick their solutions. Okay? So after you finish your part for the final decision and the weighing and the stance, and we are moving to the 4th round. So for the 4th round, everyone going to agree only. So speaker 2 going to agree, like, thank you to the first speaker. Okay, let's say the first speaker is Azim. Thank you to Azim for your very well point of view. So I agree to your point because and blah 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 blah. So I believe that this solution is the most practical ways. And then the third speaker, the fourth speaker also mentioned the same, and then the fifth speaker also mentioned the same. Maybe the fifth speaker can say thank you to everyone's point of view. I believe as well that the solution provided by who is the best solutions. So we have come to end of our discussion. So to conclude, I'm not sure because I'm not doing conclusion. Okay, conclusion depends on your way. Okay, on your preference. But like my team, the conclusion person, she going to do like everyone have given their points. So in our discussion we have discussed she going to list the discussion of what's provided, and then she going to address the best solution. She going to like define why this is the best solution. She going to say that everyone have agreed this is the best solution and do some conclusion like that. Okay, it depends on you. So that is the end of this video. Thank you very much.